Good morning, guys. Jenna here. Happy Sunday. Alas, my posting schedule's finally caught up with me, and I'm back on recording the same day I'm posting. That's okay. I'm going to be super busy here soon, so you guys might miss me. Anywho, I have really been liking making the law of attraction manifestation tarot spreads and putting you guys up on game a little bit about how it kind of works because there's there's some secret to the sauce. It's not just so simple. Give me 1 second. I just want to regret subscription. So anyways, and one of the things that I think is so important too is the concept of looping. Now, looping and the law of attraction is it's pretty pivotal. So it's like, remember how we were talking about, um, once you're making a wish and you set out your intention and you're making your actions towards what you're going, then you're actually getting into receiving, right? And then once you're receiving, you actually come over to part two, and what you're receiving is what you are observing, right? And then that's how we know, okay, well, do we like this? Do we not like this? And then do we need to make any changes, advice on stuff like that? So what you're observing and what's coming into you, that's part two. Now, looping is actually part three, where you imagine it's all of those, but it's stacked on top of it. And I don't even know if there's like an actual like law of attraction or spiritual law or whatever for this concept, but it's very prevalent in any sort of manifestation work that you're doing, because it's like compounded interest, right? And it says like what you are doing is what you're getting out into return. And as you keep doing that, it just keeps building and building and building. I call it looping. That's the term that seems most accurate to me, but it's also like a snowball effect. And I actually have a couple of different ways to explain it. So I think I'll just drop them all on you, because different things are going to land different for other people. So small snowballing. So it would be like, okay, I wish I had a snowball. Okay, that's your first step. Law of attraction, step one. Law of attraction, step two would be what you're observing, and you're observing you putting the snowball in it. And then with your looping, it would be like rolling it down the hill and having it get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? That's the looping stage of it. I also call it like tornadoings. I know I use that as like very frequently as a term, mostly for when things are not going so good, because you're just pulling in more and it's like a big old tornado, and we can make our tornadoes big or we can make them little, and we kind of have control over it if you actually are able to hone in and control your emotion and your feelings and your actions accordingly to what you're actually observing in your reality, to make sure that you're not looping or tornadoing. Now, tornadoes can be good, they can be bad, or whatever. Looping is a concept that I like. I have another one, and it's kind of like, it's best explained with like mirrors, like a fun house method, right? Not like a fun house mirror where everything looks funky, but like the maze mirror. So it's like what sees in this mirror reflects off of this. And if you stand right there, you're going to see yourself in here, 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 here. So if you do one thing, it like repeats itself like 100-fold. I saw somebody explaining it in a very good way with the concept of almost like a compact mirror with the like medicine cabinet behind us, how it's got like multiple parts you could fold out. So, you know, how we like see the back of our head and everything like that when as girls are doing our hair. Concept that's familiar to us. The only way I can explain it to you guys with mirrors is with my scrying mirrors. Sorry. Spooky edition. Spooky success session. Okay, look, let me see if this will work. So this mirror, let me just raise it up just a little bit here so you guys can see what I'm saying. Okay, look, even the phone. Do you see how I'm looping back into myself and I'm standing right here? And then say I'm going to go ahead and add another mirror to it just to catch the reflection. How do I do this? Catch the reflection in the other way. Okay, look, do you see my hand? Okay, there's me. Now do you see my face? Oh, look. Just like that. Boop, 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 boop. An endless loop. So what I do here affects all of these other potential realities, timelines, possibilities. All of these extra copies of me, do you see? They're all impacted by what I do, this Jenna, the real one, what I do right here. See my hand in front of the camera, what this one does, not even the one in the mirror. Okay. So, not exactly super complicated, but you get the concept, right? So, that's looping, basically 101. Or tornadoing, snowball effect, whatever. In regards to the law of attraction, I call it looping. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it loops back. So, okay. So that's your step. That's your part 3 or whatever. Okay. And I did, of course, a tarot spread for you guys. So we're going to do that. But I do want to mention one other really important piece of it is being able to like read the stream. So being able to recognize what I'm doing in the present right here in my physical body that is showing that reflection in the mirror, and that reflection is showing in the mirror and the phone and the this and the this and the this and the this into every infinite possibility that I'm going to walk into after this moment. Me recording this video, my reality is going to reflect all of that and all of those opportunities versus if I decided to not get on here and record this video today. And that would have been a reality with all of those possibilities. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like the butterfly effect is almost like something similar to it, but not exactly, but I don't know. Actually, maybe exactly. I don't know. Anyways, what you do in this moment is going to I said infect, that's interesting. It's going to affect everything that you do. But it is right. It does infect it in a way. And that can be good or bad. But essentially you're like, it's like sneezing. A multidimensional manifestation sneeze, so to speak, because your germs are just going to go everywhere based on what you do. And you sneezing, it has that big of an impact, right? So interesting. But basically, that's looping, snowballing effect, this, that. I feel like I wrote some other stuff. Oh, that's right. So I think it's really important to be able to read the stream and to analyze. And that's why it's important to go back to yesterday's reading that I did, where you can take the observer role, because you have to be able to step back from it to observe, to know what change you need to make. So the looping, the reading that I created for today, we are going to look into, so we're going to do a reading on looping and the law of attraction, manifestation, tarot, whatever, blah, 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 that long, horrible title that I guess I'm stuck with at this stage in the game. We're going to be, what is looping currently? We're going to be looking at it. So we're going to be able to take that and observe a role and be able to see what is currently looping in our life. And number 2 is, I'm going to do just a 3-part pile again. Number 2 is going to be, what is its effect? So what is its current effect? So what's looping, the action that's like going through and this and this and that, because sometimes we don't even see it, right? That's important to know. Sometimes we don't recognize some of the patterns that we're actually doing, and it takes like a step back or maybe even a second set of eyes or anything along those lines to actually step back and see what we are looping currently. So, give me 1 second. I got crying, baby. Okay, sorry guys. Daddy's home, but the baby's like running to mommy. So, anywho, let us get into it here. So, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, the reading that we're going to be looking into is going to be a 3-part spread. We're going to look at what is looping currently, what is its current effect, and positive changes we can make. So what's a positive looping that we can do? And it's important to recognize that we're always doing this. This is something that we unconsciously do by choosing our daily habits and thoughts and behaviors, all of that stuff. We're always constantly choosing and creating an infinite amount of possibilities in our life. So you can be doing multiple things at once. We're just going to look at what's relevant here. So please only take what resonates. It's just basically one stream of energy that's impacting us. Okay. If it was in comparison to like the mirror, right? That would be like just how life works, the reality of the universe, the nature of the universe. And the looping effect would be me moving my hand, going like this, me picking my nose, me, like brushing my hair, whatever, like I'm just, um, whatever it is that I'm doing, it's like that's what's going to create and what's shown in the mirror into the reality where it's going to then be multiplied into infinite different possibilities. So, in the positive changes that we can make section, it's just going to look at something that you can do to better loop it. And it's important to know, just like what I was saying yesterday, nothing is finite, right? Nothing is 100% set in stone. You can always make changes and you can always choose to start today. It doesn't matter if yesterday you didn't do so good, you can choose to do better today. And that's really all we can do, you know? So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. All right. What is looping currently? I really like these spreads. I wonder if this third one is the key. Make them all complete. Because I kind of like them. So I'm wondering if I like, because I haven't made an ad yet on my website, but I'm thinking about doing it and then I can kind of like bunch them together. I think that would be fun. Oh my God, look. The Eight of Wands and the Lovers. That must be a yes for me. I somehow flipped this deck slightly backwards today. Interesting. Maybe these are our cards. Where was the other two? The Eight of Wands, Lovers. Look at this deck. It's like mostly all the right way. But those ones are flipped over. Maybe we're doing a slightly different reading today. Ooh, the Tower, the Ace of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. For a new one. That's pretty interesting. I don't feel that this is part of the reading that I'm trying to do, but I'm gonna like put this out anyways because there's like somebody who needs to know this or something. So if you're watching this, this is probably relevant to you. Just a general collective really quick, and then we'll get back to our regular scheduled programming. So I feel like there's something hot that's coming in. The Eight of Wands and the Lovers. Listen, look at the Gummy Bear Tarot. I can show this without getting in trouble. Aren't they cute? Do you see their little gummy bear? I love this one. I love this deck. So it could be lovers really coming in. Hot, coming in fast, communication coming in. It could be about a type of love situation, but you know how I actually read the lovers is I sometimes see it as a like a reunion of your masculine and your feminine. You notice they're like in the Garden of Adam and it's like Adam and Eve, right? Anyways, but I also sometimes see it as coming into a partnership with your higher self, um, like stepping into alignment with your higher self, almost like you would a partnership. So, anyways, and the cornerstone of the events here is I'm seeing that there's a tower, so there's a shakeup. And the thing about the tower is it's not actually built on stable foundation. The fact of the matter is it's faulty. So when the ground starts to shaking, it's not holding up. But I see some sort of collaboration coming in. because of some sort of truth or action or like victory coming in. It's like there's going to be some sort of victory over a tower moment by collaborating with perhaps others, but maybe your higher self, maybe like a romantic interest. And there's this over here, and it's interesting to read because overall it's very happy. It's the 10 of Cups. It's everything you could have ever wanted. But I do see that it's like the Knight of Wands, which could be, again, there's an error of maybe some sort of like romantic entanglements around this. Like somebody could be coming towards you with like a passionate offer, coming in hot and heavy, right? And it could be somebody who brings a lot of confusion, a lot of options, but ultimately it's like you've been disappointed. This is such an interesting reading that popped out. A 10 of Wands, it's about some sort of ending and walking away from a King of Pentacles in reverse. That's in a 4 of Cups energy. So somebody who's very like pessimistic and they don't want to look at the opportunities. They have their head turned to them. They don't want to look at the opportunities. They're like, I have these 3 cups. That's good enough. Like, no, it's not. We're fucking thirsty. Okay. We want 10 cups. Okay. And then it's like there was some sort of walking away, some sort of ending. And now the 3 cups are spilt on the ground. And this person, while they now have 2 cups, they're like, anyways, a King of Pentacles, it's like, I'm picking up on somebody who it's like, they try to have it like that, but they don't have it like that, but it's like they pretend that they have it like that, but they're actually really pessimistic and they refuse to take their opportunities that God is literally trying to hand them. Like shit could be falling in their lap and they're like, have no drive to build any material success. So somebody walked away because there's an ending. But ultimately, and I'm hearing that that's the tower moment. Ultimately, it's a victory that's coming in because of community and collaboration, and either a messages coming in from your higher self, communication from somebody else, or perhaps even some sort of union. But overall, you got 10 of Cups energy. But there's somebody who I'm just getting romantically entangled just because of the Knight of Wands, which it's like the player card, and not necessarily even saying that this person is a player, but it's like the wand literally represents the male, you know what. So, and that's what like they're leading with. That's what they have to offer. I'm like, okay, I might have to like edit this out. I don't even know. I was trying to do my looping reading. There's somebody that needs to hear this though, so I'm going to keep going with it. What else do we need to know about this situation? Oh, fuck. You know what? This is the reading. Look, this is the what's looping currently. Oh. Oh, okay. Damn. This is a whole big old reading. This is pile 1. The what is looping currently. And it's interesting how I arranged these spreads and I separated out this 10 of Cups from the Knight of Wands, whenever this sad, horny situation is over here that just caused you a lot of confusion. There's some good things. It's not all bad. But there's some things that like are kind of just really terrible. So there was an ending, walked away from somebody who is like this. And this is what's looping currently. This is the main part of it. Okay. Sorry, I don't know if you guys could see that good. I wasn't actually paying that close attention. Huh, very fucking interesting. This one's going to be long. Okay. Is there anything else we need to know about what's looping currently? Shit. Okay, yep. There is. Okay, there's a 6 of Swords in the reverse position, an 8 of Swords, and a 9 of Wands. So there's somebody who's been able to unable to move into calmer waters because they're stuck in their head because the journey's just really been so long and hard. It's like rough. It's like it's not quite like being stuck in survival mode, but I'm hearing like having not being able to override your survival instinct to go on to something that might be calmer and happier. I mean, that's what's looping currently. It's like this is waiting for you over here, right? This is waiting for you, but this is kind of what's looping currently. Well, hot dog, let's keep going. I need more room. Pile one, you're going to have to come over here. This is actually a really good reading. I wasn't expecting this at all. The cards say what they want to say, though. Like, legitimately. Damn, okay. Sorry, that energy is just, ugh. Okay. It's like, but almost like the light at the end of the tunnel. And you know what? Funny me showing you little stuff today. You guys see a hole over there by my heart? I was looking through it today and I could see like a pinhole of light. And I thought to myself, I was like, look, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I was like walking into my sound studio to grab something and I was like, anyways. Oh, and it was like right around the time I was like thinking of something. I was in a stream of thought. So very interesting, but I feel the same about this reading. It's like this over here. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel. It's like the silver lining, the light coming up on the horizon, dawn's first break or whatever. Because of this situation. But you're, whatever it is, you're kind of in your head about this, and this is what's looping. Being unable to walk away from something. Why? Oh, okay, the Six of Cups and the Moon. There's maybe something that you don't see from the past, or you are viewing the past in a nostalgic way, but really there's a whole bunch hidden that, like, that would get you out of your head. Huh. Interesting. Okay. We're going full on divination this Sunday. Okay, what's its effect? What is this looping? What's its effect on us currently? Okay, the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. It's kind of killed our passion. More importantly, it's killed our spark. It's put our fire out. And I'm seeing an Ace of Wands from another deck, and she's like lighting it, right? And it's, if somebody's putting out your sparks and stifling you, that's its current effect. I don't understand, like, I don't understand why we're so in our head about it though. What is this? But it's saying that if something's not seen from the past, there's like something from the past that would make you instantly end it, take what harvest you have from it, and you're willing to walk away from the 80, the 8 cups. And I'm thinking of the 80-20 rule, which I really like the concept of the 80-20 rule. However, when it's in seemingly of like a partnership aspect, not so much, because it's like, okay, somebody meets like 80%, but there's a 20%, and that 20% is actually really important. And I'm thinking the 8 of Cups because it's like, it's almost good enough. But there's a lot of confusion. It's like, yeah, there's 8 cups, but half those cups fucking suck. You want 10 cups to be filled with like all rainbow cups. We want them to be all rainbow cups, okay? No, we don't want the snake. We don't want this little demon. We don't want whatever that is. Some friggin' weird looking underwear or something. I don't know what that is. some dirty drawers to wash. Um, I have no idea. Anyways, okay, so its effect on us currently is that it's basically killed our passion, it's killed our spark, it's stifled our spark. And the Page of Swords is actually in the it came out in the sideways position. And the Page of Swords can almost be like I see it as like a stalker card. So if the Knight of Wands is like a player or somebody who thinks with their dick, the Page of Swords is like a stalker, somebody who spectates, somebody who just watches. And it's like somebody watches but is like isn't willing to like get involved. And I'm being picked up back on this energy right here where it's like an opportunity straight from God, but this person doesn't want to turn around and actually see. It's like this person kind of sees what's going on, but instead of looking at all these clouds where all the cuts are coming from, they're like down here staring at you and too focused on trying to put out your spark. So this is what its effect is. Yo, what is this? Is this like it's like a relationship, a contract, a it could be like a work situation. I don't know what this is, but I really am glad I'm doing this reading for whoever needs it today. Oh, it's apparent that this divination is needed. Look, okay. So I flipped to two different keywords, and this one back here says change the channel, and I have one that's in the back, and it's all I can't even reach it because my desk is too big. All the way on the back wall, and it says Zoom sessions. I don't know what the top of it says, but it says Zoom sessions, and then another index card says change the channel, and this says watch in slow mo. And then your intuition is your internal guidance system. Follow it, and it will lead you to your happiest life. Yeah, your happiest life. Okay. What? Okay. What is looping currently? What is this? Concert in a dark place. That's what's looping currently. It's like we're just replaying and reliving like we're at a concert, a really dark place, really stuck in your head about how hard this journey is. And that alone is keeping you from moving on to calmer waters. Oh my goodness. Blue and determination. Oh yeah. It's like you are feeling really blue, but there's this determination over here. There's this tower that's happening. Can you tell me about the tower that's happening, please? What is this? What's the tower that's going to get us out of this? Because if that's also looping out there, I feel like these are all different things that are looping in your life. Allow the creative process to unfold. Shit. Okay, so the tower is your creative process. I actually kind of really love that. Yeah, and then this one says, no, definitely not. And then the back of it says good intentions. And I'm just hearing that, like, if you have to question, if you have to wonder, if there's confusion, then it's like, no, that situation doesn't have good intentions. No, definitely not. Change the channel. Zoom sessions, I'm being thought of like coaching and uh, learning, meetings, um, and it's like changing what you're looping, maybe changing the story that you tell about yourself. This is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, I think, definitely can be communication. Swords are all about communication. But it could be like writing. And I'm honestly like, I'm like borderline kind of getting nauseous right now. This message is intense. Like, I think whoever is watching this really needs it. So, August, which is right now, that's when your tower moment's happening. This says, bitch, we got this. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the process. Yes, which is literally a song by Queen Herbie. Fuck, what song is that? She goes, bitch, we got this. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the process. Oh my God. Okay, what is this? Okay, and then this is like just little stuff I like to do. Self-care Sunday, meal prep Mondays, tidy up Tuesdays, workout Wednesdays. So I'm hearing change the channel, change what you're focusing on, and focus it back in on self-care. If we go back into the looping concept, you're focusing in the mirror on yourself. That's all you have to focus on. Oh shit, dude, I love this message. I did not expect it from the little 3-part readings that I have been doing. Ooh, also I see here coffee. That could be relevant. Oh, let go of what no longer serves you. That could be sad. I'm sorry if you have to let go of coffee right now. Wounded, yeah. All dreams coming true. But no, seriously, I'm hearing coffee is relating to a situation that drains you of your energy. So you feel like you have to caffeinate to keep up. Caffeinate to keep up. That's exactly what it is. And it's like wounding you. Let go of what no longer serves you. It doesn't necessarily say you have to let go of coffee. But it is good to take tolerance breaks from our favorite stuff. I know I continuously cycle through coffee and tea, and one's better for you than the other. So one's better for your body system than the other. It is absolutely fine to enjoy a nice cup of coffee, though. Okay. And you should enjoy it. You should be present in the moment. Whew. Okay, so now what is a positive change that we can make? And maybe maybe it's saying coffee. Maybe it's saying to sit back and enjoy a cup of coffee. Dog as well. So like with loyalty, with those that you know that are loyal, that is something that you can do. The other one, another word that I just saw, keyword. It was actually a note to myself, and it was about a giveaway that I was doing. So maybe giving away your love and loyalty to your community, and that's how you bring in your victory. Is even just some sort of action and collaboration towards that. That's how you bring in this communication under the Lovers and this 10 of Cups, our silver lining over here in what is looping, because that is looping too. It's just there's this really rough ick situation down here that's also looping, and it's affecting us in a way that's putting out our spark. And there's somebody like really creepy, like leaning over a hill just to see. Weird. This is weird. Okay, split of the deck energy, the Fool and the 2 of Wands on what types of changes we can make. So it's like, yeah, remember what I was saying, like nothing is finite. You can always make change. It's just about taking that first step, taking that leap of faith into the 2 of Wands, which is really viewing your creative potential. Not quite in the expansion phase like the 3 of Wands, but the 2 of Wands is just kind of like even just thinking about it, thinking about what can I do? What new steps can I take? Okay. All right. What is one positive or whatever? What's some positive changes we can make to help us out with this looping situation? How do we get to this 10 of Cups up over here? This looks fabulous. Let's get rid of what doesn't serve us over here. Oh my God, we got the Ace of Pentacles and the Death card. Look at him. Isn't he so cute? Fuck, I love him. He's so cute. The Ace of Pentacles. So you're being encouraged to actually take these new opportunities. And it's like, whatever it is, I feel almost like it was like you were like waiting on somebody else or thinking you needed somebody else, but you don't. And this person doesn't see the cups, but you don't have to be the person who doesn't see the cups. You don't have to wait for this King of Pentacles who's not bringing in any material sustainability to help. You can actually take the cup yourself. Whoop, big old cup now, right? And this down here, he's dead. There's the Queen. The Death card teaches us that even kings must die. So whoever was on the throne before, it's like somebody's being dethroned here, and you, the Queen, get to take it because you can take that opportunity and actually make it a lot bigger. Bam. Mic drop. Shit. Okay. So what positive changes can we make? Can we get something a little bit more practical here? I was catching, as far as dogs. So, you know what they say: if you're lonely, get a dog. Um, but more importantly, make sure that who you have around you is loyal. Um, because yeah, it's sometimes it be some of your own that will, get you hung up or hung, you know, literally though. I'm not necessarily saying we still live in the day and age of witch trials and stuff, but some people are just haters, man. Um, hmm. Very, very interesting. Okay, so what positive changes we can make? Can you just clarify this down just a little bit? The world card, I split to the world card and I felt like I shouldn't have taken it. And then I just shuffled backwards in the weirdest way. I don't ever shuffle that way. And then I went to normal and the world card popped out. Close out the cycle. Whatever this is. We got 3 fucking ending cards here, okay? We got the 10 of Wands, we got the 10 of Swords, and we've got the World. An ending in each pile. That's what you need to be looping. You need to be ending the things that do not serve you, and you need to be bringing in the happiness and the love that does serve you. This one feels heavy, guys. I'm sorry. But it doesn't have to be heavy, okay? I'm showing indulgence right here, so in temptation. So it's like work with the energy, work of what it is that you do want, okay? And that you focus on is what you're going to loop out. So the concept of the looping came up for me because I'm so fucking happy right now. I'm so excited. I'm about to go on vacation. I'm like seeing a whole bunch of people who I love. I am like going around. I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I'm visiting a bunch of people. I'm going on vacation. I've got this going on, that going on. And I'm just so excited. And it's like it's snowballing for me in such a positive way. And it as I'm leaning into that, more better and better stuff just keeps happening. And I'm just like, yes, yes, this is what we want. Um, and I'm right here. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't actually have to be bad, although it feels heavy. Oh, look, it's blank and it has just a number 1. You get to write the list. You get to write the list of the actions of the things that you can take up, the opportunities that you wish to seize. And this is for something. Oh, it says the clock is ticking. And plain, not the one. So something's either just plain, not the one, or the plain one isn't the one. Go for the excitement. Yes, okay, yeah. Go for the most exciting thing. This is for like some random deck that I'm working on too. But it's in my keywords deck. And it says 3 of Hearts, synergy, protection, love, connection, 3 of Hearts. When 2 become 1, the fun has just begun. And that's pulling me back into the Lovers card. And this could be emerging with your higher self or another. I see a King of Cups over here. Speaking of like weird cards watching us, this one's just flipped over. Okay, and a King of Cups is a healthy, it's a healthy masculine. And their Emperor card's just sitting over here too. Literally all my decks are just spilled. Do you see that? It's the blue deck. Huh. Anyways, I said it really recent, but an emperor wants to see his empire thrive. So he takes opportunities, right? A King of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who doesn't take opportunities and the material is lacking because of it. So release this and maybe, I don't know what this is. This is maybe you. This is maybe somebody else coming towards you or something. But there's something. I'm going to leave this right here. I love you guys so much. I hope this helps. I know it was a little bit of a longer one, but it's like you write the list, you got to close out these cycles, and you take the opportunities. It's like you are the emperor now, okay? You're the king, actually. This is a king. All kings must die. This isn't an emperor. Um, and this, she almost is kind of like reminding me of the Queen of Wands because she's typically dressed in yellow. And the King of Wands, if that's their counterpart, he's kind of like a cocky bastard, real arrogant. And it's like you're not arrogant, you're humble, you're a creatrix, somebody who embodies that. So close out the cycle and start again on what it is that you want to write, right? What it is that you want to write. The pen is mightier than the sword. Write it down. You're going to create your own tower movements. There's going to be community collaboration that is there to support you, incoming potential love offers, or even just much, much needed support from your higher self. But I don't know, the synergy, when two become one, the fun has just begun. Three of Hearts, synergy, protection, love, connection of hearts. So, yeah, and it's like, okay, so we've got bottom of the barrel and prize. It's like, somebody like has failed to recognize that you're the prize, right? And you got to be the prize in your own life. You have to know that you're the prize and not at the bottom of the barrel. So stop fishing at the bottom of the barrel, because the only thing you're going to find down there is awful stuff. Go for, don't go for the dogs, but go for the dogs in the sense of the people who are loyal. And your praises will be sung by a choir so holy. It's like, yeah, enjoy. What was that one that we got? I'm going to sit back and enjoy the process. It's like this is where you are being able to show up and create whatever it is you want to create. Like that blank card. It's just a blank slate, good to go. You just got to release this icky confusion, unknown, whatever. Doesn't even matter. Just let that go and focus your mindset on your new opportunities and closing out this cycle, getting your spark back. And that's what you're going to loop. Those are the positive changes you can make. I really hope this helps. Okay, bye. Love you guys.